we are at Irving Plaza, New York City, and I am going to throw my gum away first, or just hold it, and show you guys my rig. I'm using Randall amplifiers, and what's really cool about this model of amp, which is the RM100, is that the preamp channels are interchangeable. So basically, I'm a huge George Lynch fan. His playing, but also the modules that he helped design sound amazing. And my main mod is the Mr. Scary, which has the really cool skulls, which is my main tone. You know, like leads, rhythms, all that stuff is the Mr. Scary. For a song called I Could Care Less, I use the Grail mod because the sound's a little bit different at the beginning of the song. And then for clean, I'm really into the Blackface mod. You know, I think it's modeled after a Fender amp. And then if you go down here to my rack, I got a Furman voltage regulator, which they hooked me up with. We're endorsed by Furman, they're fantastic. Basically, it takes any voltage and bounces it down to like 115 or 120, which is really important for not only your gear working right, but your tone. A lot of people don't realize that, you know, perfect power is going to create perfect tone when you have different power and every day, and some places have good electricity, some places have bad electricity. But this is very imperative to make sure that your gear works properly, doesn't blow up, and sounds great. And then next we have the GCX, which is basically like the entire main aspect of my setup, because all my effects, routing, this and that goes through the GCX. The amplifier's MIDI, so when I do like channel changes, effects changes, like this and that, like it's, you know, it changes everything, and you know, this is the board for it. So basically, like, you know, if I'm on my rhythm channel right here and I go to my lead channel, what it does is it turns on my effects via the effects loop. You know, if I want to say have a different mod channel, or you know, a different preamp channel, I can do that. It's like endless capabilities. And then for all my effects, I use a TC Electronics G Major, which is a great piece of gear. It's in the effects loop of the amp, routed via the GCX. Great delays, great choruses. You know, they just make amazing stuff. And then for to keep everything quiet, I use a ISP Decimator Pro Rack G. This is probably the best piece of gear that I have in my rig, and I would recommend anyone to go out and get one, because it's got a great feature, because you run your signal, your guitar signal, through channel 1, and then channel 2 is designed to go through the loop of the amp. So since I have my effects in the loop of the amp, I basically route them through the decimator into the amp and back into the effects processor, and it keeps everything quiet, you know, in the back of the amp and the front of the amp. It's just an amazing piece of gear. If you go in the back, my rig is really not very tidy at all, but I don't care.
As long as it works.
I have a Maxon OD808 to boost my rhythm tone, which is what a lot of guys are using. This brings a lot more natural compression, and you know, just like kind of like tightens up like the tone overall. A Maxon phaser. Maxon's been really cool. They've hooked me up with a lot of really awesome pedals. I use that for the solo and back with a vengeance, and then a Maxon compressor. I really believe that like the Maxon pedals are like some of the best pedals out there, so you guys got to check them out. And then I have a Voodoo Lab pedal power, powering it all. All right, this is an ESP Eclipse custom shop, made in Japan. My favorite possession that I own, and basically it's mahogany body, neck through, flame maple top. Seymour Duncan blackout pickups, which are amazing. We just got hooked up with them. My signature on the top, Dean Markley strings 10 to 60. Dean Markley hooks us up, treats us great. You know, and the whole package, you know, everything from the routing out here to the volume knobs to the inlays, it's all custom and created amazingly by ESP. So thanks, guys. And that's basically my rig.